Well, the White House to-do list is growing, but have American veterans been waitlisted once again? Welcome to the show. I'm Connell McShane, and tonight for Neil Cavuto. Good to be with you. President Obama is still pushing a $3.7 billion border bill. We know that. And now he's urging Congress to rush through a $10 billion temporary highway fix. But whatever happened to the big scandal at the VA? We're still asking why hundreds of thousands of veterans are still waiting to get the care they need. And Amber Barno from the Independent Women's Forum, a veteran herself, says other vets are being pushed down the list when they should be first in line. So why do you think that is, Amber, that I'm sure not many other shows other than this one are leading with this story tonight? And even in Washington, you don't hear as much about it.
Yeah, manipulation, deceit, and this moral decay that we're seeing within the VA is really running rampant within the entire system. And the Obama administration chooses to look the other way and not make this a priority for them. But they do not choose to focus that this is a system in crisis, just as we saw with the hearings last night with the Veterans Benefits section of the VA. This isn't an isolated incident within the health system with the VA. There's manipulation of data system-wide, and this needs to be addressed and get fixed. And unfortunately, we're not seeing any leadership out of the White House on this.
I'm thinking that even many people watching, until you referenced the fact that there were hearings last night, if they just watched the news this morning, maybe not have realized that that even took place, that the attention, it's not that there's no developments. I mean, for example, the watchdog group made announcements. The backlogs have been cut down, the VA will tell you. By the way, they still have some work to do. When you have 275,000 in your backlog list, you still have some work to get through. But the point is, there still are developments in this story that aren't necessarily getting reported. Next steps for you, what would you like to see happen specifically?
Yeah, and I'd also like to point out that that number you just reported can't be trusted. That's a VA number. And they just came out last night and proved that that data is being manipulated. It's the same VA that has resulted in the deaths of hundreds of veterans because of the ghost clinics and changing the wait times for these veterans. So another point I want to bring out is the whistleblowers. More and more people are coming forward as employees within the VA and saying they're being retaliated against for speaking out about these unethical practices that are hurting veterans. So instead of getting to the bottom of it,
what's happening to and this is almost as bad on the other side of it, is that in order to get those numbers, you say, well, we can't trust the number, but in order to get those numbers down, it appears as if money is being thrown at the problem, even when, in some cases, the problem doesn't exist. That watchdog group found, for example, that at least $230 million over the past few years paid out to service members, improperly, that they shouldn't be getting the money. So we're focused so much on people who are waiting too long and what have you, but now, almost to make things look better, just throwing money at the problem, which doesn't solve it either, does it?
No, I think that's a quick fix. Here's some money. It makes it seem like we're doing something. Exactly. Make the problem go away if we give you guys some money, when that's not what we want. That's not what the country wants, and that's not what veterans want. We want the VA to be fixed. And that's why the VA reform bill has to tighten up their language and make sure that there's no way for the VA managers to really get through the system with loopholes, as we've seen in the past few months in terms of working only towards their bonuses and not necessarily as a customer service oriented organization that benefits these veterans instead of themselves. It's grown to a bureaucracy that wants to protect itself and wants to make sure that the bureaucracy is contained rather than taking care of veterans.
So, but I mean, we'll keep talking about it, and Neil keeps talking about it, does on the show. Do you think in Washington they're getting the message and that this will eventually get fixed and not just, swept under the rug?
I think that there's going to be significant pressure needed to stay on this issue. There's some members of Congress who are doing a great job of maintaining pressure on this, but I think the Obama administration just views it as something to tarnish their image, and they want it to go away, and they think that they can wait out the media storm, which so far they have.
Thank you, Amber. Amber Barno with us from D.C. She was talking about politicians. They may not be the only ones, though, they're kind of ignoring this VA mess lately.